Hello, Kristen. How are you today? I hope that you're doing well. You had ordered a relationship reading regarding your relationship with Josh. So, what we're going to do is start with taking a look at your current situation, and then we'll move on and see if we can get some advice on how you can best move forward. And then finally, we'll try to get some idea of where things are going based on the current path you are on. So the first card that we have here representing you is the Queen of Cups. So this tells me you are kind of head over heels about this guy. The Queen of Cups is a woman who is very much in love and very much led by her heart. This tells me that not only do you have feelings for him, but that these feelings are very real. They're coming from a very pure place. And you are really kind of hoping for the best for this relationship because, as I said, you have already fallen pretty hard for this guy. So the next card that we have here is the Emperor. So this tells me that he is feels very passionately about you. And this also says that he feels a need to kind of take care of you. That is the type of person he is. The people he loves, he takes care of them. He makes sure that their needs are met, and does everything he can for them. The downside of this card at times is that sometimes the Emperor can come off as a little bit of an authoritative personality. He doesn't always like when people question him. He likes to be able to set the rules. That can be kind of tough at times, but the Queen of Cups tends to have the ability to really soften up this type of character. So now, looking at your energies together, for that we have the World. So this tells me that both of you really see a lot of possibilities for where this relationship could go. You're really hoping for the best. This card makes me think, though, that you may not have really delved into these discussions with one another about exactly where each of you see it going. And if you have, you may have been a bit coy with it. This says that you are both open to all the possibilities and you are both looking at all the possibilities. But I don't think that any hard decisions have been made. You're just looking at all the different places this relationship could go. So now, looking at advice, where should you go moving forward? The first card that we have here is the Two of Swords. So this says, first of all, like I said, you're not sure where things are going. You haven't really had that conversation. And you are kind of at a point here where you want to know. Is this going to be something serious? Are we really going to take this as far as we can? Or is this not going down that road? This card says, though, that you probably have been avoiding having these conversations, possibly because you just aren't sure how to approach it. With the Emperor here, we tend to, he's not the best at these emotional conversations. So that may be why you are avoiding it. And you may be hoping that if you just don't really address it, that it is going to kind of resolve itself, and that you won't really have to have that conversation. This card, unfortunately, advice wise, says that just waiting it out and hoping for the best isn't going to fix this situation. You're really going to have to address it head on. And the longer you put it off, the bigger these issues are going to be. But looking at these cards, I think if you can get him talking, I don't think that what he has to say is going to disappoint you. So the next advice card that we have here is the Empress. So this card is all about womanhood and femininity, love, compassion, nurturing. This is really the epitome of womanhood. This card says that when you decide to have these conversations, to go ahead and lean into that side of yourself. Don't let yourself feel like you can't be open. Don't let yourself feel like you have to hide emotions. At the same time, this doesn't say to be the weak damsel in distress. Be who you are. You are a queen. Let that be known. But don't be afraid of leaning into that femininity. That is actually what is going to soften him up and allow him to be open and to let himself be vulnerable for a change. So now, looking at where things are going. For that, we have the Ace of Cups. So aces are all about new beginnings, and the Suit of Cups is all about our personal relationships. This says that the two of you are going to have some sort of new beginning, some sort of fresh start. Usually, when this card appears in an already existing relationship, it says that you guys are going to go to the next step. Whatever that is for you, you are going to take that next step in commitment, that next step in your relationship. Now, I want to also note that in the tarot, water tends to represent our feelings, particularly love. So when we look at this card, we can see that your cup is literally going to be overflowing with love. So this really is a great indicator for where this relationship is going at this point. So I hope that that gives a little bit of insight, and I hope that that resonates. And if you have any questions at all about your reading, please don't hesitate to send me a message.